What is up, everybody? It's Animag here for AnimeUproar, and this is a special video that we created in collaboration with pro manga artist Kuzomari. A few months ago, we made a video about the potential child of Meliodas and Elizabeth and what types of powers this child could have. The video was well received by you guys, so we decided to do another 7 Deadly Babies video. This time about the baby of Escanor and Merlin. In the previous video about the son of Meliodas and Elizabeth, I asked you guys to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at AnimeUproar and give us your suggestions for what name we should give to the fictional son of Meliodas and Elizabeth. After that, we took our favorite suggestions and put it to a vote on Twitter. After over 1700 votes, the winning name was Azrael. So from now on, we will refer to the son of Elizabeth and Meliodas, the son of Wrath, as Azrael. And we are going to do the same thing for the child of Escanor and Merlin. So if you want to help us come up with a name, just follow us on Twitter and Instagram at AnimeUproar and give us your name suggestions. If you click the Twitter and Instagram links in the description of this video, you will be taken directly to the post about the name, so just reply to that post with your submission and it will be seen. And stick around on the AnimeUproar Twitter because we will put the most popular suggestions to a vote and the winner will be decided by which option gets the most votes. We worked together with pro manga artist Kuzomari to come up with a concept design for the potential child of Escanor and Merlin, and you will see that design come to life during the course of this video. And of course, in this video we will be talking about all the potential powers and abilities that this character may have. Be sure to check out Kuzomari's social media and show him some love as well, links in the description. And if you like our designs for the 7 Deadly Babies, you can actually buy the Son of Wrath design and this new design as a shirt. You can't find these designs anywhere else, of course we created the characters ourselves. So if you're interested, just click the shirt links in the description. If you do, you will also be helping this channel. And now, let's get into it. And joining me today is my good buddy Nuxtaku. He will be joining me again just like last time with the son of Elizabeth and Meliodas, but this time we're gonna be talking about the daughter of Merlin and Escanor. We decided to switch it up and go for daughter instead of son this time. Nux.
Yo, I am dabbing so hard right now. Very excited to be a part of this. Discussing the big son and infinite whammon's child. Would you like to begin?
Oh yeah, I think this is one of my favorite ideas just to talk about. I definitely ship Escanor and Merlin myself, so I would love to see them have some babies. If we look at their powers, we know that Sunshine is not hereditary, right? So it's not like Escanor's kid is automatically going to get this power. It is a divine grace that chose Escanor after Mael, its original owner, stopped being a goddess for a time. Escanor without Sunshine, though, is just a human. And he's a weak human at that. So unless we count Sunshine, the baby wouldn't inherit anything really from Escanor.
Well, unfortunately, we're talking about if they had a daughter. If they had a son, he would have a mustache praised by the gods. But yeah, aside from that, I can't see much magic power, going down the Armstrong lines for generations on this one.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, mustaches are a sign of great power in anime. We've got Armstrong, we've got Wrath from
we have
Alchemist.
Lord Twigo.
We have Lord Twigo. I was getting to Lord Twigo. You gotta pace yourself, Nox. You can't just start with Twigo.
I was too excited.
So we have Escanor being a human, so that wouldn't help us much, but he does have Sunshine, so we'll get back to that later. But let's talk about Merlin for a bit, because she is an incredibly powerful mage, and she is the daughter of a mage, so we can assume that the baby would indeed inherit some magical abilities from Merlin.
Merlin is one of the strongest mages, in fact, with infinite power, infinite not being hyperbole in the slightest. So, on Merlin's side, the mana shall definitely spring forth. And something else that should probably be mentioned in regards to Escanor, would it depend if Escanor, let's not use this F word because of YouTube demonetization bugs, but what if they smash during the day versus if they smash at night?
Wow, that you've given us a lot to think about in terms of the philosophy of Escanor and Merlin smashing.
I'm glad that you've come to realize my genius here.
But let's get back to this, because even if the baby doesn't inherit anything from Escanor, assuming that he's human and doesn't have sunshine, or that sunshine wouldn't just go to the baby would definitely inherit some form of magical ability, which would be cool. But for the sake of this video being as epic as possible, let's assume that somehow Escanor's child inherits both sunshine and something similar to Infinity, the mother's insanely OP magic. Imagine someone being so OP to have both sunshine and Infinity.
So until this point, I was thinking that Escanor's hero name would be Oru Braitu, but if someone literally had infinite sunshine, that is Oru Braitu.
Yes, you're right, because Merlin, as we know, can essentially use Infinity to freeze herself at the same age so she never gets older. But imagine using Infinity to freeze yourself in the one mode, for example, so that you can be insanely OP whenever you want, and for as long as you want, and not just for 1 minute at noon every day.
That is amazing. Holy flizzards!
I mean, that is so OP, it's crazy. Like, it's Infinity plus Sunshine, it's infinite sunshine.
Yeah, no night hours for this whammon.
The only setback I can imagine for this daughter of Merlin and Escanor would be if the body wouldn't be able to take that much power. So if she can potentially be in the one mode for more than a minute, but if she stays for too long, it would really take a toll on her body. So she would still be limited to some extent, although not as much as Escanor being just a human.
Although, if she would inherit her mother's mindset, she would be able to calm herself down to a large extent. I can't see her going berserk from like mana overflowing purely because she's Merlin's daughter. I mean, Merlin is the single most level-headed character in the entire series. I mean, everyone else is psychotic for one reason or another.
I mean, that's a really good point, Nux, and that's something I was thinking about as well, because I'm thinking that learning to control all of this power would be the main struggle for a character such as the child of Escanor and Merlin. Because we know that Sunshine has a significant impact on both the body and the personality of Escanor when he uses it. So I think
I think that personality change of Escanor, I don't think it came from Sunshine per se. I think that's how he adapted to the scenario that he was, evicted from his village because he was a monster. So the way he personally rationalized it is that, well, yes, I am just far too awesome for my village, and he became the prideful son of a bitch that we know and love. So I do think, though, that perhaps some of that prideful genes can be passed on down the Armstrong lines for generations, and therefore, can you imagine someone with Merlin's infinity power, but also a prideful bitch?
That would be quite a thing to watch. And I think the interesting thing about all of this would be is we can assume that the child of Escanor and Merlin, if she also gains possession of Sunshine, would have two sides to her to some extent. So let's say at night she would be more cool, wise, and calm, have that kind of personality like Merlin at night, let's say, but then she would get more cocky and over the top during the day. And I would love to see kind of that interplay, like you have the ultimate chill, calm, Merlin-esque girl at night, and then like the craziest yandere / tsundere you can ever imagine during the day.
Or she only goes into crazy cocky mode when she's like really provoked. Normally, regular calm-minded Merlin-esque character. She's fighting her opponent, things are going nicely, she's keeping cool, but then the opponent starts actually winning potentially. And then the opponent starts making fun of her and berating her, saying, "Oh, you fool, my power level is over 9,000. I don't see how you can even have a chance against me. Mine is clearly higher than yours. What's your power level? A pitiful 4,000? Then she goes full snap mode and goes, "Oh, your power level is higher than mine. Who said that?" Oh.
Yes. So then she would destroy that enemy worse than you destroy your pop filters, Noxtaku.
Yes.
I think personally that obviously this child would be born OP to some extent. There's no doubt about that. So it wouldn't be a story, if this child was in a story in the future, it wouldn't be a story of her, getting stronger and stronger necessarily. It would be more of a thing where she has to control her power and also reconcile the differences in personality in order to eventually become one balanced and fully fleshed out character. And that would kind of be the focus of her character arcs. She's trying to reconcile these two sides of her and this immense power and control it. And one other cool thing is that we can assume, judging by Escanor, that she would go from like a normal, let's say, slim-looking Merlin-esque girl to like this bodybuilder
You are my brother
girl.
in arms! Now, I was just saying how excited I am about this proposition you're proposing.
Yeah, so we would basically go from, you know, a slim Merlin-esque character to a She-Hulk with blonde hair and fiery balls of sunshine all around her, and it's just, I would love to see this in an anime.
I don't know. I was thinking at night you have like a lolly walking around. You know, one of these like 4,500-year-old lollies walking around, doing her own thing, whatever. Day comes, dummy thick mode engaged.
I mean, that is so anime, isn't it? Like, that would work in an anime.
Yes. And at night she's all embarrassed of her height, and during the day she's just like so prideful and boastful.
Just slapping people around. So there you have it, folks. The daughter of Escanor and Merlin would be, I think, a fascinating character to see. The powers, the potential is endless in terms of the powers that the child could have.
Would you say that the potential is infinite?
Yes, I would say that the potential is infinite. Great job, Nux. Great job.
Thank you. My life has led up to this moment.
And it was worth every minute.
So, alas, once again, we have a 7 Deadly Sins character who has a psychological story that they have to go through, like literally everyone else. That's what makes the series great. So once again, Merlin and Escanor, not only one of the greatest couples ever, but their child will have a dynamic continuation to their tale.
Yes, and this is definitely really gonna happen, and it's not just our fan fantasies. Thank you so much for joining me, Noxtaku. Everyone, be sure to check out Noxtaku's excellent content. Link to his channel is down in the description.
Thank you so much for having me. A pleasure, as always, discussing what's going to be taking place in Boreotis, the sequel.
Oh, it's gonna be lovely. Boreotis,
Oh, yeah.
the son of Meliodas. Also, a big shout out to Kuzomari for drawing the daughter of Merlin and Escanor. Be sure to check him out as well. Links to his social media are in the description. Show the man some love.
Love for all.
And of course, if you want to help us decide a name for the daughter of Merlin and Escanor, be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at AnimeUproar and reply to the linked thread with your name ideas. We're gonna take the 4 we like the most and the most popular ones and have a poll on Twitter, and the winner, the winning entry, is going to be how we're gonna call this daughter of Merlin and Escanor.
I'm immediately voting for Schmescanor, but I don't see that succeeding.
If you'd like to get this design on a shirt, complete with the text Infinite Sunshine, and support this channel at the same time, click the link in the description. No one outside the AnimeUproar community is going to have these designs, so here's your chance to show your friends how much of a niche weeb you really are. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, for hanging out with us, and for listening. If you want to hear more discussions like this with me, Nux, and a bunch of other people, including Briggs from All Day Anime, be sure to check out our Rant Cafe anime podcast. We have new episodes every week. Links in the description to Rant Cafe as well. And until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.
And stay weird, fam.